everyone, it's Killshot99 Gaming. This is Play Dead Live Dragon Chat. We're going to do a little bit of House of the Dragon recap and reactions for you guys tonight. So I want to thank all you guys for being here. We're learning it. We are absorbing a little bit of the content, getting better and better every week. Of course, we rely on our experts to sort of chime in. I'm going to give you kind of the layman's interpretation of what happened tonight, like the OMG reaction to it. Also, I want to thank all of you guys that watched the playback. So, pretty good first stream last week. You guys know Walking Dead has been more our thing, but, about 400 of you guys watched the playback last week, so appreciate that. And we're going to continue to grow as the season goes and continue to develop our content. And we also got a cool surprise for you guys tonight. So, you guys can see my two dragons we have up there. I know there's Caraxes, there's Syrax. My two are Xlax, and then on the back corner you can see Relax. So those are my two custom dragons. So got some cool stuff to talk about tonight, but one thing I like to do once we start out is I like to kind of get the pulse of the audience and what all of you guys thought about. I know we're hungry for House of the Dragon, anything in the Game of Thrones franchise. So let me start it out with anybody watching tonight. Give me your rating of tonight's episode, 1 to a 10. Last week I had it a 10. I'm going to go, I can't give it a 10 every week, okay? I got to save the 10s for when it is really, really amazing. Tonight was good. Tonight was good. But I wasn't quite a 10, so I'll save my score for you guys. Let me get all of your scores, and then I'll give a little bit of a recap and tell you guys where we stand. So what do you guys think? A 1 to a 10, Vhagar a 9. Vhagar, you're probably a little bit in my neighborhood tonight. Julia says it's a 10, no doubt about it. Bones with a 9. Jim's going to go pretty high, 9.8 as well. And I'm giving my score not based on, and I did this with The Walking Dead. I know with The Walking Dead, some people said, well, it wasn't related to the comics, did this, didn't do that. Mine is based on story, understandability, entertainment value, all of the above. I've got it slightly over 9. I see Crimson with a 9, Ray with a 9, Kel 8.5. I'm going to come in at a 9.2. I still thought it was excellent. I got some things that we'll get into tonight, but if you're kind of seeing it, you watch it once, twice, 3 times. There are a couple things that I really, really got out of it tonight. I love the succession plan. But there was a little bit of it for me for the second episode. I could already see that Rhaenyra is in some trouble here. Like, you already saw this happen. Now, I know you got to say, well, things are the way things are. But Corlys kind of, offering up his 12-year-old daughter was still a little bit of the egg factor. I'm going to have a hard time with that one. Now, I'm just going off of my perception of 2 episodes, okay? And if you want to offer, this is not spoiler related, maybe there was a little bit to it. Rhaenyra and Alicent, is that like a thing? Are they like a couple thing, and that's why she's so upset? Because now she's become like her new mommy, and it was like going to be her girlfriend? Because they're pretty close. And again, could be strictly a friendship relationship, but it seemed a little more of a relationship between the two of them, and maybe that's me kind of reading into it, but that was kind of my perception. So looked like, hey, you're kind of stealing my girlfriend to be my new mom. But I just saw a little bit kind of more into that. It's sort of the way I felt with it. But I mean, all things being equal, I'm sort of, I'm glad we're pushing the king more toward Alicent than Lady Lena. I think Lady Lena, being 12 and pretty shocking moment when she said, well, my mom said I didn't have to bed you until I was 14. There's some creep factor to that. So let me throw this out there and ask everybody from tonight's episode, whether it's Rhaenyra, getting on Syrax and just riding and said, I'm stealing this egg, dog. That's my egg. Give it back. We're going back. You shouldn't have taken it. there were some shocking things in tonight. What was the most shocking part of tonight's episode for all of y'all? Most shocking part of tonight's episode. Now, if you already know what's going to happen, you might not have been too shocked by it. But I was not, this is why I did not give it a 10, okay? I was not shocked when he chose Alicent. I was expecting that. I could already see, when she brought him the little dragon and opened it up in the box, I was like, all right, they can go down the storyline all they want. He's going to marry Alicent. Just, that was why I'm not, there was no surprise for me at all. So I could see that. So here is, so let's talk about Daemon a little bit. And I know I'm kind of fast forwarding to the end, but Daemon is not all the way gone yet. So the power is going to start going to his head. Here's how I know at this point in the story, Daemon is not all the way gone. One, he hands over the egg to his niece. So wasn't going to fight her, wasn't going to kill her. You also have to understand, or I'm speaking like I'm the expert of all things. Daemon is weak. And they have purposely made him weak. Now, my bold prediction, kill shot, crystal ball tells me Daemon's going to get he's got to get like some magic power or something that makes him kind of evil, right? He's not like wicked evil at this point. Because, look, he's already gotten his ass kicked at the games, and they brought that up again tonight. And I think the reason they did that for us viewers is to basically say, like, you got this kingdom over here, but you don't really own the kingdom, and you're not strong enough to own the kingdom. The only thing you have is a few loyal people to you, and even your next wife, she's been passed around a few times. So there's nothing that screams out Daemon is a badass, right? So his niece comes up, takes the egg. But even beyond that, there was one clue at the very end where he said, did you guys catch this? Where he said to Corlys, like Corlys is planning this this mutiny, this sedition, and Daemon basically says to him, I'm ad-libbing, but he says so many words. He's like, I can speak of my king how I want, you can't. So he's basically saying, like, look, I'm family. If I want to go rogue, I can go rogue, but you need to watch your mouth when you're talking about my brother. And at that point, then Corlys has got to be like, well, wait a minute, we can do this. We got the crab feeder. And then, so now they're starting to play on this kind of Targaryen madness a little bit. Like he's getting in his head. But I don't think that's enough to get it done. Because, again, we've seen Daemon, and he is not a strong dude. So something magic has to happen to him. I'm like feeling that. Like he's got to get, like some witch gonna have to put some spell on him so he becomes brave and bold and he gets all the initiative in order to do that stuff. Because he just ain't getting it done now. He can't even joust. Like he got whipped by Sir Christian Cole. And Christian Cole reminded him, he was like, yeah, I'm the dude that knocked you off the horse. That was good stuff too. But I think, let me ask this. So that was shocking. What was your favorite part of tonight's episode? And this, obviously if you weren't surprised by any of it because you read the books and you studied it, but you can still have a favorite when you watch it visually. So I want to call on a couple people, like what was your, you just liked it. You thought they did a good job of it. And I may have already mentioned it. Could have already been several things because there's been a few things that really did stand out up to this point. And we're going to talk about time skips in a second, too. Yeah, Rhaenyra talking about the dream fire and the egg. So, yeah, there were some really good stuff. So I want to get a few of your comments in here. Ocean Man's like, to seeing the dragons and the CGI. Yeah, that was cool as well. So I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, but is that, I got a few dragon names for you guys. I did a little bit of my homework. So Vhagar, would the bronze egg that she had, would that be the future Vhagar? Am I saying that right? Because I heard that was teased. So that's why I'm thinking that might be, when that egg hatches, that might be that egg. So, maybe. All right. Well, I guess we'll find out. We'll find out as we get further along. So, my favorite part, believe it or not, because I look for like little subtle things. Is Sir Desmond. Sir Desmond. No, Ray, hold on. Vhagar is not Corlys Wife's Dragon. Corlys Wife's Dragon is Malaise. What do you think about that? And she is Rhaenys Targaryen. Yeah, her dragon is Malaise, apparently. No, so I had heard that they had teased Vhagar, and the only place I saw that a dragon could be teased was the bronze egg. So that's why I'm thinking, like, that's what that is. But again, I'll do a little more homework. That was just a little bit of my research. Yeah, see? I'm becoming like one of y'all. I got a few of the names. Like, I don't know them all yet, and I'll find them out a little bit later. Malaise is one. Vermithor, there's another one. I guess we'll see that one. Sunfire, Dreamfire, Tessarion, Moondancer, Silverwing. All right, so yeah, I'm going to learn them all. I'll tell you guys about all these dragons later on. Or as Tammy would say, dragon. We're going to talk about a lot of dragons. All right, so funniest part of tonight's episode was Desmond, and he brought justice to the poacher. I thought. I know it was subtle, but when Rhaenyra kind of gave him the thumbs down, the poacher dude, and then like, you know, hey, I gotta have somebody with some combat experience. But she's good. She is good. I like the character, and I like what they've done in 2 episodes. Like, she is already, she's super wise. Now, I got to think she is, at this point, a couple of clues came out where King Viserys said, something along the lines of, I would rather do this than have a conversation with my daughter of 15. So I'm able to get Lady Laena is 12. Rhaenyra is 15 at the time. And one would have to assume Alicent is probably around 15, 16 as well. Same age, I would think. Now we'll get back to this episode. But, so basically what we got so far. We started last week and we've already had a 6-month time skip. So all this has been going on the last 6 months. The next episode, we are like over a year. Because at that point, Alicent's already had a baby. And all hell's breaking loose. And Rhaenyra's getting on the horse. She's riding out. She's going to do her own thing, experience her own thing. We also are going to start to see another villain. We got the crab feeder. All right, so this dude nails people up to things, to these spikes, and makes crabs eat them to death. Wow, that's some crazy stuff. So I don't know a whole ton of the villains, but from what I can see already, we've got Daemon, we got the crab feeder, and there's got to be some magic. You know, something, some witches, some creepy stuff that's going to start to, you know, possess and take control and empower people a little bit more. And my money is on something happens. Like, I'm not going to go all out and say, and if you guys know the answer to this, you know, don't answer. Let me kind of be in my own blissful ignorance at this moment. But I want to see, like, I want to see Daemon Targaryen as like a undead Dark Knight type of thing, right? That has some weird powers and can just wreck a lot of people. I know he's got a dragon, right? And I know he's got a badass dragon, but I need to see him do a little bit more than fly a dragon and burn people. So we need to upgrade with that. So already in the first 3 episodes, by episode 3, we're going to be 2 years into that. So am I the only one that's wondering what's going on with the king's creepy hand? Like, I'm watching. Yeah, right, Bones. Bones says flesh-eating bacteria. So he hasn't gotten that bad in 6 months, right? I mean, we watched 6 months go by, and he's still holding his own. And then they did this last ditch effort. So, you know, I want to see like how far along he is. Because, I mean, he's got a newborn baby. That baby ain't taking the throne. I mean, you can't be like one and be the king and be the ruler. So the baby's at least got to get, you know, 6, 7, 8 before they even make an attempt to make him the king. All right, a few more call outs. You know, I don't have a lot more call outs. That's why I gave it a 9.1. Because, look, in 20 minutes, I pretty much covered everything in tonight's show. So I think part of it was, this is like a 50-minute episode, maybe a little longer, 53 minutes, something like that. So it was a very short episode. I was expecting some incident. I thought Otto and Daemon were going to throw down. But then you realize, like, no, Daemon ain't going to win that fight. Only way he's going to win is he's got that dragon back there. And when Rhaenyra flew in, it's like, okay, dragon to dragon. And then, Daemon's terrible group against Otto's strong group. Yeah, this ain't a good matchup for them. Yeah, so this crab feeder. All right, so let me ask this question because they alluded to it, okay? And they didn't give me enough information on this. So am I assuming that the sea snake is one person, or is it a group? And then the crab feeder is another. Okay, I know who the crab feeder is because I saw him. But when they talked about the sea snake, what is the sea snake? Is that a person? Is it a group? Is it the crab feeder as well? Because they kind of dropped that in there, and I need to know what the sea snake is. And Corlys don't care about his navy. Corlys cares about the throne and getting control. And he's still a little pissed off. He's using the whole money thing as, my fleet. But he's about more than money. I mean, he's got a seat at that table, and he's always a little bit rebellious, even when he was making money. So, just a little too aggressive for my liking. Wait a minute. Otto would lose to who, Valar? Are you saying... No. You're saying Otto would lose to Daemon Targaryen? The dude that got, completely wrecked off his horse? This is the king's hand. This is the guy... This guy knows his stuff. Okay. So Corlys is the sea snake. Gotcha. Okay. I just need to know. Perfect. Yeah, I heard him make that reference twice. I agree. See, Matthew Wolfson says Otto is a Bamf. So, yeah, and again, look, I don't have knowledge of what goes on with Daemon. All I can say is, to me, based on his current path, trajectory, and form, he ain't going to beat Rhaenyra in an arm wrestling contest. He's just not. There's nothing that screams out he's a bad dude. Now, you can make him into bad dude. Something can happen to transition him, but he just doesn't have it. I know him and the Red Capes, they went in, they did some cruel stuff. But I would put my money on Otto straight up. Unless he gets some kind of madness or incentive or something that just, takes him to a whole different level. And now with that being said, Otto looked like he was ready to swap some steel there. Until Caraxes showed up. I mean, that changes your whole dynamics. Like, hey, you're looking over. I got this skinny Daemon Targaryen. I got me. I know what I can do. You guys step back. I'll kill him. I'll take... Whoa, wait a minute. What's that? Yeah, you got that big dragon up there. Let's rethink this a little bit. And that's where I think he hit the reset button. But also, I don't know that Daemon wanted that to be the end of the line for him either. I don't think he wanted to lose what he was trying to build up at that point. But again, this is coming from, I'm strictly watching the first time. Look, I watched this show with you guys in real time. I don't watch it twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. I have not read the books. You guys know that, so I'm relying on your expertise. But the one thing that I think I can do is I can give you that perspective of a person and what they see the first time. So it's almost like, are the producers and the directors doing a good job bringing it to life for people like me? And I think that's important because you can know the Game of Thrones history, which I watched all the Game of Thrones episode, but I didn't watch them multiple times. I binge watched it and did not read the books. So I'm kind of absorbing it and seeing, okay, well, what dumb questions can I ask? And what does it feel like is going to happen? That's why I thought tonight's episode was a 9.2, because to me, it was fast. It covered a lot of ground, but the Alicent thing almost looked as if they were trying to make it the big surprise. Like, hey, he's going to marry Lady Lena. And I'm thinking like, no, he's not. You could already see he was happy to get his little dragon back. And then, to me, that was just, and it's not bad. I mean, the way it happened, and it had to happen that way. But I just thought that was for viewer shock. I was shocked. I was shocked he was walking up, through the pathway and shooting the breeze with a 12-year-old girl. That was shocking to me. But him not choosing the 12-year-old girl and choosing Alicent was not shocking at all. Matthew says the Dragonstone scene was so cool, in the same area where Jon Snow and Dany talked. So, okay, I did not pick up on that. So, and that's some of the cool stuff that I'm looking for you guys to do. Like some of the little Easter eggs, or I guess tonight it would have been a dragon egg. Okay, see what I did there? But anyway, some of the Easter eggs where it's like a callback and it's like the same place, that's cool for me, right? So when you guys pick up on this stuff, I appreciate that. So much of what has been done tonight's coming off a little bit different. Cool stuff. All right, cool stuff. So I am curious though. In the book, like from a book perspective, a lot more detail, or do they time skip almost as fast as what we're going to see on the show? Because we're going from episode 1, and in 2 weeks, we're going to be over 2 years since the start. That's a pretty good time jump. Does it happen that fast in the book, I guess is my question. Or is there just a lot more development and stories, good and bad, detail? Like, I walked along the courtyard and there were, pink flowers in bloom, and I smelled the flowers and it was great and all was happy in the kingdom and we were fed this and fed that? Or is it relatively quick? Because the reason I'm asking this question is because I'm just curious in the first 5 or 6 episodes how much we're going to skip time. So, how quick is that kid going to grow up? Like, what is Rhaenyra gonna face when she rides off into the wilderness? Are we going to get that Arya type of storyline where, it's very similar to what she experiences? Is there thieves? Is there kidnapping? Like, do we get stuck on that story and then we sort of lose a little track about what's going on kind of in the kingdom and stuff? So I'm anxious to see all of that sort of play out. Yeah, I'm very interested in the Rhaenyra-Alicent dynamic. I mean, obviously, she was happy he was getting remarried. She was pissed of who he got to remarry. So I guess now that, I will say to me, that was probably more shocking than him picking Alicent. Because I'm thinking like, oh, cool. They can, do a little secret handshake, work it out, say, hey, don't have any kids. Yeah, give him a foot massage, whatever you want to do. But I'm getting the throne. So that's what I was thinking. But then when she looks over and she's like, huh? Oh, I'm out of here. That to me was the shocking aspect of it. But I do like that we've got a couple villains, but I got a feeling there's going to be a lot worse villains. So I want to see when it's 4 to 5 episodes in and we're really, really into it. I mean, don't get me wrong. This crab feeder looks like he's got some evil. But, is Corlys, Daemon, they're going to cut a deal with the crab feeder. They got a partnership. Who's going to get fed to the crabs? I mean, it's got to be a big name. But we still got to, we got to find the big names. So 4 to 5 seasons. Jim says the book written as a history, so not written like the novel. Well, that's good. I mean, then very similar to the Walking Dead comics, where you've kind of got the Walking Dead comics, and then you got the interpretation and developing some new characters or some different personalities in the characters that people know. Because if I'm writing this, if I'm on the set and most people know a similar story or what's going to happen, the best thing to do is to get people at a point where you shock everybody. And they're going to do that. I mean, they can't just do a literal interpretation of the book, because eventually it's going to be all right, well, I already know what's going to happen. I know how it's going to happen. So I think they're going to shake it up. Right, Valar? Valar, I'll tell her, nope, this person's going to die. And she'll say, no, kills. That's not the way it happened in the book. And I'm thinking, well, no, but it makes too much sense to do this. So that's why I think when I get into 4 or 5 episodes and I get my prediction mojo going again, then I want to start finding the little things that they're going to mix it up and sort of shock all of us. We'll get there, though. We'll get there. All right. Hey, we are 35 minutes in. And again, we've talked for almost as long as tonight's episode. So it's not going to be a super long chat. I want to keep these around 30, 35 minutes so people get a chance to watch the playback. They can hear our excitement. They can hear our passion. But one thing I am going to do is I'm going to start a list. And you guys can probably see on the coffee table over there, we got a burn box. So I'm going to ask everybody here, we're going to keep this for our streams, our Sunday night streams the rest of the year, whether they are House of the Dragon, whether they are Walking Dead streams. We are going to give you guys a chance to win a couple bundles, and these will be a combination of our own cryptocurrency, the burn coin, and maybe even a little 999 t-shirt. But we're going to pick a few winners throughout the year. And what I'm doing now is I'm going to pick this every Sunday night. We'll keep a list. And when our portal is up, just sign up on our portal, create an account there, and then we'll do a drawing around the holidays, and we're going to send out some stuff to you guys. So all you have to do, all you got to do is pick a number, and if you win, we're going to put your name in a drawing, and then right around the holidays, all the people that get involved with The Walking Dead, get involved with House of the Dragon chat, all you got to do is be here on a Sunday night, pick a number from 1 to 20, I'll do a die roll, and your name will go in a drawing, and we'll give you some stuff away free. And as I said, it'll be our cryptocurrency. It'll be some things in our portal, all of the above. And let's do that right now. So if you guys can do me a favor, everybody in the stream right now, pick a number from 1 to 20. I'm going to give you 15 seconds to pick your number. I'm going to put the die roll up on the screen. And if I roll your number, Kel, if you can do me a favor, let's start another ledger. So this will be for our holiday drawing. Everybody in the stream, do me a favor, pick a number from 1 to 20. And I want to thank all of you guys for being a part of our channel, being a part of our game, being a part of our chats. Anything that we do, you guys are just super, super amazing. So if you're here, whether you play Dead Live or not, this isn't about Play Dead Live. This is about our custom drawing. So we got gamers, we got Walking Dead fans, and we got House of the Dragon fans. What we really want to do is start to expand that a little bit more. But tonight, here's our first drawing. And if we pick your name, your account will go in. Now, if you've got a name we don't recognize, like Straight Edge, I don't know who Straight Edge is. I don't need all personal details, but we will need some way for you to message Kel. You can see Kel says smile. So that could be through Messenger or somewhere along those lines. And then if you win, you don't have to do that right now, but if you win, then we got to be able to send you your stuff, right? And we don't sell any of your information, so you guys don't have to worry about that. All right, here we go. We just want to give some stuff away. All right, here's tonight's die roll. This is going to be from 1 to a 20. Let me pick a 20-sided die. There we go. The number is number 19. Number 19. Anybody pick 19? Nope. You know what? We're going to roll it again. All right, I'm going to do another die roll. Give you guys another chance. Number 5. Did anybody pick 5? Nope. We're going to do it again. Third time is a charm. Maybe. You guys just picked a bunch of bad numbers. You guys are terrible number pickers. All right, we do it again. All right, I'm going to do it until somebody wins. I got to get somebody's name. And I think you guys picked a lot of the same numbers. All right, I think we had a number 4. All right, look at that. We've got Valar, Game Over, House of the Dragon, and we got Amy Bones. So Kel, Valar, and Amy are going to be the first two that are going to be in our drawing. And it's going to be a couple of months, so don't expect me to send you anything tomorrow. But every time we do a Sunday stream, we'll do this at the end of the stream. All right, hey, everybody, bring your thinking caps. I want to thank all of you guys. Brand new set. We're not going to do Tales of the Walking Dead. So, Tales of the Walking Dead, because it is standalone. But when Walking Dead comes on in October, we will be streaming both. We'll do House of the Dragon chat, and we're also going to do Walking Dead chat, because you guys know it's the last season. We're absolutely going to bring it. Thanks for everything that you guys do. I will see you tomorrow night for a little Play Dead Live Faction War box opening event, and Wednesday night, and we'll be back here next Sunday night for all of our Dragon fans. We'll see you guys. Peace.